This podcast is part of Pearson's professional development series for reading and writing instructors.
I am Linda Copeland. I teach English at St. Louis Community College at Meramec, and I'm going to talk about some first week orientation activities that will work to improve student behavior and just set a real positive tone in the classroom. During the first week of classes, instructors often engage students in a number of short introductory activities designed to get students comfortable working with each other. Often, too, instructors assign short writings that serve as diagnostics to confirm students' placement and to get a sense of the strengths and weaknesses of the class as a whole. The first week activities can also be used to introduce students to the two codes they'll be expected to follow in college, the Code of Behavior and the Code of Speaking and Writing. Short writing to learn activities are particularly useful in introducing students to these codes. While there have been a number of reasons offered for what seems to be an increase in inappropriate classroom behaviors, I believe a major cause, particularly among our at-risk students in developmental courses, is that they have not had a proper orientation into the college discourse community. Since I've begun using the first week activities as a way to prepare students to meet the expected codes of my classroom, I've noticed a dramatic drop in inappropriate behaviors and an increase in respectful, engaged classroom interactions. One of my first week Get Acquainted activities I adapted from a handout I found on a University of Minnesota website a number of years ago. I give the students a handout with 3 columns. The first is labeled Unrealistic Expectations. In this column, I list 5 or 6 behaviors that I have found to be increasingly frequent and bothersome, such as the instructor will not be bothered by your skipping class or coming to class late. The instructor will be sure to bring to class the handouts for any days you miss. And if you miss class, it's appropriate to ask the instructor, are we doing anything important? The second column is labeled Why the Expectation is Unrealistic, and the third column is labeled A More Realistic Expectation. This short exercise typically generates a lot of discussion among the students and has cleared up many of the more annoying classroom behaviors before they ever start. I follow this activity with a discussion of ethos and how Aristotle presented the notion that we tend to show more respect for the ideas of those who have established good character or credibility through their behaviors. This way of presenting expectations treats the students as the college students they are and sets a positive stage. Another first week assignment I use is the introductory email. I begin this assignment at our second class meeting by simply writing "It's due today" on the board. Students are understandably confused, perplexed, even noticeably agitated. Invariably, someone asks, "What's due? We don't know what you mean. What are you talking about?" I then write, "What did we do today?" on the board and explain I have a similar reaction when students send me this message in an email. No name, no mention of a class, just "What did we do today?" I follow this with a series of short examples of inappropriate emails that begin with "yo" or "hey professor" and are full of slang and texting abbreviations. We talk about audience, purpose, and ethos before I ask the students to revise the emails, making them more suitable to mail to a college professor. They then have to send me an email from their student email account that has a proper salutation, identifies the author and class. I ask that the email contain a short introduction with information that will help me better work with them to become successful and confident writers. I usually get a lot of useful information in these short private messages and find that for the rest of the semester, my email correspondence with my students is respectful and appropriate. These are just a few ways instructors can help their students learn the codes of college.
For more podcasts and other resources, please visit Pearson's professional development community site at www.englishinstructorexchange.com.